Check one, two.
Test, test. I'm going to make sure that this sounds good. Even if I'm at this distance, does that feel like a good level?
All right, everybody, we're going to get started in a couple minutes. Make your way into the auditorium. You can also watch this live by scanning the QR code on your IEP. Good morning, everybody. It's 7 o'clock. We're going to get started. This is the operational briefing for the park incident, August 24th through the 25th, 0700 to 0700. My name is Josh Anderson, Plan Section Chief. Thank you all for being flexible this morning and coming indoors. If you're still outside, you can scan the QR code on your IEP and watch it live as well. We're going to start off with our incident objectives. Management objectives. Provide for emergency personnel and public safety at all times. Protect property, improvements, and infrastructure. Ensure costs are aligned with mission priorities. Ensure coordinated, timely, and accurate release of public information. Continue to enhance and maintain positive relationships with all local partners, cooperators, and stakeholders. Protect economic, natural, cultural, and heritage resources. Implement fire suppression repair activities in accordance with approved suppression repair plans. Control objectives. Keep the fire within the current fire perimeter. And now our current situation with night operations.
Morning, everybody. Steve Ward, Night Operations, Incident Management Team 6. So last night we went from tactical patrol for fire and hotspots to tactical patrol for flood watch warnings. So anyway, so down in the Mill Creek area up there in as well as Mineral down there in that 172 corridor. Just kept eyes on the creeks, no increased swelling or anything of that nature. So we were good there. As far as going down into Quebec, there off of branch 15, moving down in deep when you guys get down to that drop point 24 area down in Union. Started getting a little slushy, a little muddy this morning, but outside of that, it was a quiet night. Thanks.
And now weather.
Hey, good morning, Bob Honish, incident meteorologist for the park incident. Well, I'm sure everybody's wondering what kind of precipitation amounts we got out there. It was pretty wet. We had some steadier rain develop overnight. It's turned more showery now. But in terms of amounts, about 1/10 of an inch from Red Bluff down to Chico. But as you get further to the north and east, it really increased. Cohasset about 1/4 of an inch, and then about 1/2 inch or more as you got up to that northeastern third of the fire. Around Mineral Lassen area, 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch, and then the highest amount, IROS 59, kind of up at the head of Mill Creek, 0.8 inches, so almost about 3/4 of an inch up there. So some decent precipitation amounts. What was steady has turned to more just isolated showers out there, but those are still fairly wet type showers that are moving through. We've got one to our west that'll come through, and we'll have that threat of showers through the morning period. There's even enough weak instability that it wouldn't be impossible to get an isolated thunderstorm out of this activity. So even though the steadier rain has tapered off, those periods of showers could still cause some impacts on the soils, especially since they're wet already out there. So that flash flood watch was actually extended through this afternoon because we'll have that risk of a shower or thunderstorm through about 1400. After that, we should see some drying as skies start to clear out. Still a cool day. Temperatures only in the 60s at the highest areas to around 70 down low. In fact, it's cool enough. Prospect Peak at 8,000 feet to the northeast of the fire actually had some snow on the camera up there. So cool, wet conditions today. Tonight, a cool night tonight. If you're out there tonight, it will get pretty chilly with the skies clearing out. Could even be some frost up in those meadows up at the head of Mill Creek. Beyond that, real quick outlook as we go into next week, kind of the complete opposite of where we're at now. Really strong warming and drying trend with hot temperatures and low humidity going into next week. End of report for fire weather.
And now fire behavior.
Good morning, Stephen Vollmer, Fire Behavior Analyst. So with all this precipitation, you're not going to see any fire activity out there. It's going to take a day or two for the fine flashy fuels down here in the lower elevations to actually get to that point where they're going to sustain an ignition. But what you are going to see up in those upper elevations is all that fire weakened timber with this ground saturation is going to want to release even quicker. So be real heads up while you're driving around up there in the timbered areas, especially on the downhill sides of the roads where you might have a stump that had been cut down years ago and that's been burned out, or as well as the uphill sides of the road where we've got that ground saturation and that wind that came through the other day, and now we've got the potential for all those trees to release. Have a safe shift.
Safety.
Good morning, Jack Warden, Safety Officer. Now's the time to turn to page 6 and 7 of your IAP, where you're going to find your safety message and your risk analysis. It's imperative that we use these safety tools that are handed to us each morning. Take that 215A and do your own 215A process and find those hazards and find those mitigations as you go out to the line. With the storm passing, the same chunk of dirt that you've been going to each morning is going to look different today. So with that, it's time to recalibrate our focus. We need to recalibrate our focus on our assignment. We need to recalibrate our focus on the task at hand. Most importantly, we need to focus on what a safe shift looks like so we all get one day closer to home. I'll leave you with this. A ship is safe in a harbor, but that's not why the ship was built. So please, be aggressive today, have a safe shift, and be aggressively safe. Thank you.
Air operations.
Good morning, Tom Swanson, Air Operations. We currently have 4 helicopters assigned to the incident. Please see me for any recon requests, and we still have Copter 606, Divina helicopter, available for day medevac and hoist, and Guard Copter 820, the Army Guard ship with a paramedic on board, available for night hoist.
And now medical.
Good morning, Luke McAlpine Medical. Going on a 12-hour day shift, we're going to have 3 teams of line medics, 2 REMS teams, and 1 ambulance. Night shift, we'll have 1 ambulance. Please turn to page 53 in your IAP. This is your medical plan. If you have the need to report a medical emergency, you can look at box 6 for a reference. Have a great day.
Communications.
Good morning, Ryan Clausen, Communications Unit Leader. If you can, please turn to pages 49 and 50 in your IAP. Here's for today's tactical assignments. Butte Patrol Group will be on CDF TAC 24, Division Charlie Echo Foxtrot, NIFC TAC 5. Fire Suppression Repair will be on NIFC TAC 6, Divisions Whiskey X-Ray, CDF TAC 20. Division Quebec Uniform, VFire 24. Hazard Tree Group, NIFC TAC 2. Air to Ground on CDF, Air to Ground 8. And if you guys don't have the current clone, it is V5, come on into comms and see us. Thank you.
And now information.
Good morning, Ryan Lubin with information. If you guys could turn to page 54, I have some numbers for you. As you turn there, you'll still see we have the address here for our base camp. We have multiple items in our lost and found and stuff you guys have mailed here. So please stop by, come get your cell phones and other items that have been lost. Additionally, there's radios and whatnot there. We do have our QR code for pictures, so you heard safety as your assignments change throughout that, so do the pictures. Please keep sending those to us so we can post the good job you guys are doing. Your numbers are 429,460 acres, 71% contained with 2,507 personnel assigned. Thank you. Have a good day.
Now incident assignments with operations.
Morning, Mark Thomas, Resources.
Joe Parr, Operations.
For Tehama Zone, Branch 1518, Matthews.
Here.
Cazal, Trainee.
Here.
White, Trainee.
Here.
Tehama, Quebec, Chenoweth.
Here.
Prater.
Here.
Tehama, Whiskey and X-Ray, call sign will be X-Ray. Dietz.
Here.
Trainee, Resendez.
Here.
Butte, Charlie. Lopez.
Here.
Johnson.
Okay, Chris, today let's get folks out there, get them up in safe locations, get our line supervision out and really assess the situation, make sure it's safe to engage them when we can, answer those calls for service, and have a good, safe shift.
Branch, Tehama, Fire Suppression Repair, Todashini.
Here.
Kazir, Trainee.
Here.
Johnson, Trainee.
Okay, Bob, same thing. Let's get them out there. It'd be a good opportunity to get equipment moved around where we need it, to really assess that work, make sure we're not making a bigger mess than we need, and have a good, safe shift.
And now your closing comments with your incident commander.
Good morning, Jeremy Gagne, one of the Unified Incident Commanders. Today you heard really strong components of an operational plan. Let's make sure we put that plan into place safely. Let's focus on a couple things: work assignments, relationships, and customer service. That's what's made us successful this far, so let's keep up the good work. Keep your heads on a swivel with the change in the environment, and thank you for being flexible today. Let's go to work.
Your division breakouts will still be outside in the field, but before you go out there, a couple reminders. Unassigned resources meet up here at the front of the stage. Next planning meeting today at 1700 hours, and next operational briefing tomorrow morning at 0700 hours. Thank you.